Hello students, today we are going to discuss about chapter number 12 of class 8, that is some natural phenomena. So in this chapter we have to fill one table which is given here on the screen, table 12.1, and it is based on activity 12.2. So first of all let me explain it to you. What is activity 12.2? So here it is given, collect the objects and material listed in table 12.1. So here these are the materials given to us. Just a second. These are the materials given to us, written in first column. First is refill, second is balloon, third is eraser, fourth is steel spoon, and similar few objects we can take other than these. Okay. So here we have to find them whether these objects are charged or not. So first of all let me explain it to you. What is the basic concept? In column 1, whatever the materials are written, so all the materials are made up of atom, and we know that atoms are naturally neutral. So what does it mean? Atom is naturally neutral. So total number of protons are always equal to total number of electrons. So that's why the total charge on an atom, is equal to 0. Correct? So this is just a kind of macroscopic concept. Atom is made up of 3 subatomic particles, and these 3 subatomic particles are electron, protons and neutron. Among these 3, neutron are chargeless. Okay. Protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and the amount of charge present on these 2 subatomic particles equal in magnitude but opposite in type. So on electron the amount of charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The type is negative, and on proton the amount is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and the amount is positive. Now, for example, if we are taking an inflated balloon, this is one inflated balloon, and just we are tying it from here. So what is inside? Inside is air, and the balloon is made up of rubber. If we are just rubbing it with a woolen cloth, correct? If this is a woolen cloth and we are just rubbing the balloon with woolen cloth, it will get electrified. So it will get electrified means it will get charge. So how any object will get charge? So after rubbing, any object may lose, this is the concept, may lose electron or it may gain electrons, because electron is the subatomic particle which can leave the atom. Correct? So when any atom is gaining electron, it will become negatively charged, and whenever any atom is losing electrons, it will become positively charged. So such type of charge is known as static electricity. Static electricity means what? Charge will remain in rest. Charge किसमें है? Charge is remaining in rest. There is no motion. So when there will be motion of charged particle, it will be known as current electricity. Current electricity. इसका मतलब क्या है कि अगर charge particle move हो रहा है, that is current electricity, and if charge particle does not move, that is static electricity. So whenever we are rubbing objects, object will get electrified because of static electricity. And what is the root cause? Whether the object will gain electrons or it may lose electrons. ये दो ही possible conditions हैं. So now come to the table 12.1. Here first object is refill, and with this object we are taking polythene and woolen cloth. So first we are going to rub this refill with polythene. So here we have to write in column number 3 whether this object is here refill, attract, does not attract piece of paper. So tiny piece of paper, if we are just keeping on the floor and we are rubbing refill with polythene, so what will happen, this refill will attract. So for example, this is the refill and this is the tip of refill. So refill will start to attract these tiny pieces of paper. Why? Because it is electrified, correct? So we have to take one utmost care here. We are not supposed to touch the metallic part of this refill, because if we will touch it, the charge will flow through our body, correct? So in this way it will lose the charge. Okay, and when it will lose the charge, it will not able to attract these tiny pieces of paper. So in this column we will write refill will attract, does not attract. So we will write here refill will attract, correct? Now in column number 4, what we have to write, charge, not charge. Refill is charged due to rubbing, correct? Then next is, because only charged object can attract uncharged object. So here these tiny pieces of paper are uncharged objects and refill is charged object, correct? Refill has static electricity, means the charge is remaining in rest on it. Now come to the second point. Second point is balloon. Whenever we are rubbing balloon with polythene, with woolen cloth and with dry hair, balloon will able to attract tiny pieces of paper. And here we can conclude, yes, balloon also get charged after rubbing with polythene, with woolen cloth and with dry hair, correct? The next point is eraser. If we are just rubbing eraser with wool, what will happen? It will get charged and it can attract tiny pieces of paper, and this is only possible when eraser will get charged. The next point is steel spoon. Now here these three materials are insulator and now steel spoon is conductor. Whenever we are just rubbing steel spoon with polythene and woolen cloth, steel spoon will not be able to attract these tiny pieces of paper, correct? Why? Because it is metal and on it charge cannot be in rest, because through metal charge can easily flow. So whether steel spoon will attract? No. You will write here no, not able to attract, correct? So whether the steel spoon is charged or uncharged, we will write here uncharged, and here we can write not charged. Now few empty space given to us. So here we can write, first is plastic comb. So again we can check the material. Plastic comb means what? Insulator. So if we are rubbing it with our dry hair, so plastic comb will be able to attract tiny pieces of paper, and when it is able to attract tiny pieces of paper, it is charged. Next thing is geometry box scale. Geometry box scale. Again we have to check, the geometry box scale is made up of plastic, and if we are rubbing it with our dry hairs or with a woolen cloth, it will able to attract tiny pieces of paper, and due to that we can conclude, yes, the object is charged. So last we are taking silk cloth and not silk cloth, we are taking one another material, and that is glass rod. Correct? That is glass rod, and we are rubbing it with silk cloth. So when we will rub glass rod with silk cloth, it will be able to attract tiny pieces of paper, and when it is able to attract tiny pieces of paper, we can say that glass rod get charged due to static electricity. Thank you.